1970s things found in every home. Really looking forward to jumping this and see what kind of things was found in homes in the 1970s. Obviously, I wasn't even born around this time. So yeah, gonna be super interested to see what we got here. Before we do get into this video, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. I'm also posting extra content on my Patreon. Links in the description. But yeah, let's check out what we got with this.
Life in the 1970s was much simpler than it is today.
Okay.
We are constantly bombarded with technology that seems to engulf every person we encounter.
True.
Socializing meant going out for a night on the town or even having people over for a gathering.
Oh, wow. No way.
If you think back to the 1970s...
Yo, nowadays we just do our gatherings online, man. We just go into like a group and then go on a video game or something.
Having people over for a gathering. If you think back to the 1970s, there were some distinctive items that you would see in homes, and no one sees these things today.
Right.
So sit back and let's reminisce together.
Yo, are we gonna see like my guess? What we're gonna see here that we're not that we don't really have anymore is lava lamps. They was really like, I think I had one when I was a kid as well.
Today, beadboard or shiplap is very popular for interior decorating. But in the 1970s, it was all about wood paneling. It may cover one wall, or it might cover the whole entire room. The paneling was often made from plywood or...
What, like this? Bro, wait, what, like in normal houses it would look like this? This reminds me of like a cabin. What? This would be the look of like a normal house.
Pressured fiberboard that was designed to look like real wood.
What?
It usually looked fake, but it went along nicely with the earthly feel that most 70s homes had.
Oh, wow.
If the walls weren't lined with wood paneling, then you would probably see some funky wallpaper.
Okay.
There was an assortment of styles to choose from, but they were mainly sporting geometric shapes and bright contrasting colors.
Yo, you know what? It's actually crazy because like now, most people opt for like plain walls, don't they? You won't really see like, you will see it every now and again, but you won't see it much.
Textured walls were also something found in homes. They might have been flocked or foiled paper or possibly just textured plaster.
Okay.
But the texture and the colors used in the 70s usually made them irresistible to the touch.
But they look like scratches.
Once you figured out how you wanted the walls to look, it was...
Do not tell me you have grass in your homes. Is that grass? Yo, this is funky. I kind of like it, but I won't want to stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd kind of like it for like a week.
It's time to move on to the floors.
Yo.
If there's one type of flooring that screams 70s more than any other, it would have to be wall-to-wall shag carpeting.
Okay.
This interior design trend was huge, and it was often found in eye-searing colors like bright orange. Not only was this a huge item to see in homes, it was also a huge item to maintain, from vacuuming to raking it, just so it would look good.
Oh my God, I can imagine all the things that was stuck in that carpet. Yo, no wonder we opt to not have it no more. Bro, with kids and stuff and getting food in there, bro, it'd be like a dustbin on the floor.
Kitchen and bathroom floors in the 70s had a distinctive style, and they were by no means plain.
Okay.
Linoleum was available in lots of bold patterns and colors. Most households loved them because they were durable and easy to clean up. Some of the patterns that could be seen during the time featured geometric shapes, while others took their inspiration from nature.
Wait, what do you mean from nature? What do you mean from nature?
Fireplaces were another staple of 70s homes. Usually they were made of rough rock or stones that would take up the whole wall. They really had that look that you would see in a hunting lodge or cabin, and they certainly made a statement.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, right now, it's like I'm looking at a cabin. This is a normal, regular home in the 1970s? Bro, mad.
If you didn't see stone, then it was also common to see exposed brick.
Okay.
This could be around the fireplace or just a plain wall of it. It was almost like people wanted that warehouse feel where they were living.
Right.
You might also see these brick walls with angled ceilings.
Yo, some people still like the warehouse feel.
In the 1970s, socializing with neighbors, family, and friends was very popular. Once the guests made it to the living room, then they probably had a seat on your floral sofa.
Right.
These were also big, bright, and bold. They may have had daisies or sunflowers on them, and what says nature more than sitting in a field of flowers?
on a sofa. Flowery sofa. Man, listen, the 1970s is literally the definition of funky. It is funky, bro. Just bright colors, bam, bam, bam. Like, bro.
If the couch wasn't their style, then they would probably pick the chair that was solid colored.
Okay.
It seemed like almost everyone had the Harvest Gold one, but yet you could also see avocado green or persimmon orange.
Funky colors.
And who could forget the round ottomans that were also in the same popular colors of the time?
What is that?
Beanbag chairs were very popular in the 70s.
Ooh,
they could be seen in living rooms, family rooms, or basements.
You know what? I've been wanting to get some beanbags. I don't know why I'm not allowed to get any. Because they probably would know that I would just always be sat on them and they'll always be in a way. But I was like, yo, let's get some beanbags in the living room. And I'm not allowed. You know what I mean? Like, what? Beanbags are so cool.
Once you got in them, you were there to stay because they were so comfy. But these lovable beanbag chairs certainly made a mess when they split open.
Yeah, they look like the kind of material that would split easily, no? But then again, like, I don't know, how are beanbags made today? Are they made with like an extra layer or something, just in case they split? Or if they split, is it going everywhere? Because that is a mess.
TVs are a common sight in living rooms of today, but in the 1970s, they were a staple in the decorating.
Mad.
They weren't flat and hung on the wall like today.
Wow.
These were basically wooden pieces of furniture that your living room was arranged around.
$749? And that's back in the 1970s, so that would be like more now, right? That would be like 1,000 or something. What? For that TV?
Not only were these good for watching your favorite television shows, but they also had plenty of room on top for knickknacks and family photos.
Okay.
Speaking of televisions, TV trays were very popular. They were perfect for your home-cooked meal or TV dinner while you watched your favorite show.
Okay, cool.
After all, you couldn't miss it. There were no VCRs or DVRs back then.
What?
Something else that you might see in living room.
Oh yeah, you can't pause or play. Like if you need a toilet, you gotta wait. Yo, 1970s is a crazy time, bro.
These were crocheted blankets. These were often made from scratchy wool, so they weren't the best for covering up while watching your favorite movie.
Okay.
Usually they could be found on the back of the couch or on the ottoman. Maybe your grandmother made these, or maybe mom picked up a new hobby during the winter while watching television.
Fair enough.
These crocheted blankets had all the colors and the patterns of the time period which we loved.
Oh, wow.
You can't hardly mention the 70s and not talk about macrame.
Huh?
This was not only in every home, but it was also all over the house.
Macrame what?
You could see these as potted plant holders or various other wall hangings, and especially owls. Pottery also...
I don't know what I feel like is this, whatever macrame is. It's like, I think it's the kind of material, right? Because it's different objects, different things. Kind of cool looking.
And especially owls. Pottery also seemed to be a staple in every home, and it really went along with the earthly theme that houses had.
Yeah, I can't lie. Your houses in the 1970s seemed very warm, funky looking. It's just different, bro. Just very, 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 very different.
It had been from someone in the house picking up a new hobby, or from the rise of ceramic artists in the decade.
Like, look at this, bro. It's got flowers and pans all over. Nowadays, it would just be plain. Like, people just opt for plain and simple. So do I, to be fair. But, like, you guys gotta let me know in the comment section. Is this true? Like, did you guys have this in the 1970s? And you also gotta let me know what any other things that you had in the 1970s in your house that don't come up in this video, because it'd be super interesting.
It was not uncommon to see ceramic lamps, vases, and more.
Okay. Don't even know what they are.
Fringe was all over the place in the 70s.
What is that?
It was on vests, and it was even a hairstyle, but it could also be found in many homes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, the fringe hairstyle came from this?
It may have adorned the top of a doorway, but it was also frequently found on the top of curtains or on the bottom of lampshades.
Oh, it's a kind of like,
Apparently, people in the 1970s just enjoyed cleaning more things.
Ah, right, okay, I see why it is.
There are several things that could be found in rec rooms that were unique to the 1970s.
Wait, you actually have pods? Yo, why don't we have them now? They look sick.
Whether you want to call them pod chairs, egg chairs, ball chairs, or globe chairs, these seats were actually quite cozy.
You actually had
You
this?
may have even had one in your bedroom. Funky
Wait. Is that a thing? Why do we have them no more? They look cool.
lights were usually somewhere to be found near these chairs.
I have one of these.
These weird little lamps with colored filaments that glowed lit up the room, and everyone thought they were cool. Without them, the room would have been much more gloomy than they already were.
They are cool. They are.
Chrome was on every car in the 1970s, but it also found its way into the home. Chrome accents could be found on kitchen chair legs, coffee tables, appliances, and even lamps. A little bit of shine was perfectly fine.
Okay. Fair enough.
Pyrex dishes are still available today, but they are really just plain and clear when compared to the 70s.
Right.
Back then, you were proud to display your casserole dish or mixing bowl on the table.
I've noticed that 1970s, you like your colors, you like your warmness, you like your flowers and your patterns. That's what the 1970s is. Just very, just funky. You know what I mean?
No kitchen seemed complete without the glass pennant lights that were above the table. These outrageously huge globes were super popular in the 1970s, and especially so if they were orange.
Of course.
Vinyl tablecloths were a must-have on kitchen and dining room tables. They made cleanup a breeze, and they really helped to protect the wood table that you had.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, listen. The rest I can get down with, but this, bro, this would give me a headache. After looking at this sheet for so long, this is just so much is going on here.
Clean up a breeze, and they really helped to protect the wood table that you had.
Right.
Now these seem to be reserved for picnic tables outside.
Yep, true.
If you really wanted to impress while entertaining guests, then you brought out the fondue pots.
The what
Everyone
pots?
thought these were the greatest until someone dropped the cheese in their lap or on the shag carpet. Hopefully, you just had them stay over the vinyl tablecloth.
Huh? What, like you pick food out of the pot?
Long before we had Keurigs, people had massive coffee makers that made a whole pot of coffee, and these were in every kitchen.
Okay.
There were several different brands, but Mr. Coffee seemed to be one of the most popular ones.
I need a coffee machine.
Here for another pot of coffee?
I keep having to buy my carton of coffee, right? I need a coffee machine. It'll make life so easy.
If you were in a house with a second floor, then you probably had floating stairs. They looked a little dangerous, but they were certainly a focal point in the home designs of the 1970s.
Wait, don't get me wrong.
You probably had...
They look cool, but how are they not dangerous? If a kid is running up them, won't they trip? Fall through? Yo, this is... Bro, what? This is like a trip hazard.
Floating stairs. They looked a little dangerous, but they were certainly a focal point in the home designs of the 1970s.
Mad.
During the 1970s...
Yo, you gotta let me know, did anyone have any accidents on those stairs? I guarantee that people watching this have tripped up on them. I guarantee it.
And furniture found its way into the homes from the patio. If you didn't have a peacock chair in your living room, then I'm sure you knew someone who did.
My grandma would love that
Phones
chair.
in the 70s were meant to last, and they actually had some weight to them.
Okay.
They couldn't do what cell phones can do now, but they definitely served their purpose, which was for talking.
Walk around the house. Yo, in 1970s, you have to literally take like the phone machine and go around with a massive wire. Yo, you know what? Actually, I haven't seen mentioned, but this happened in my house, and I guarantee... Wait, never mind. It wouldn't happen in the 1970s. Because I'm going to sound really dumb here, but you guys didn't have like, did you have computers? You didn't have proper built computers. Okay, this sounds really dumb. I'm not too sure when like the computers started like entering homes. But what I'm saying is these phones are the reasons to when I was a kid, my internet would cut out, bro. Because I'll be on the computer, right? I'll be on the computer. And then the phone will ring, and then my internet is gone. It would just cut it out.
Push button.
Yo, I need to find out when like the first computers was like entering homes now, because I feel so dumb. I promise I'm not that stupid. I might be, I don't know. But...
Phones became available in 1963, but since they were made to last, you probably still had rotary phones in your home.
Okay.
If you did have a push-button phone in the 70s, then you were certainly embracing the future.
Cool.
Alarm clocks were a necessary item to have in the 1970s,
right?
And people were starting to have fancy ones. Do you remember the alarm clocks that sported numbers that flipped?
Yo, I never had an alarm clock, ever. I know, crazy, you know? I bet there's so many people watching this video like, wow, you never had an alarm clock? Because it was probably such like a common thing back then.
They made a cool clicking sound and came in the ever-popular fake wood veneer or some bright 70s colors.
Wait, would they click throughout the whole night? So like, until like it goes off? Yo, that'd be annoying. Then again, it would just be like a fan, like background sound, wouldn't it?
The kitchen appliances of today come in white, black, or stainless steel. But in the 70s, we had different options like yellow or green.
Of course.
These appliances are long gone now, but probably not because they broke down. By the 80s, people just wanted these colors completely gone.
Right. They are very, very like...
Taking vacations in the
there.
70s was a big deal, and many of these moments were captured on Super 8 film or placed on slides.
Cool.
Family or neighbors would then come over, and they would all gather around for the big show.
Oh, wow.
You certainly don't see these projectors or screens anymore.
That's a cool idea to like have a big deal on a vacation. You get all these photos and you get everyone around and like you look at them. I actually did that before when I was younger. I think with my nonna and granddad, and they'll come around and they'll show pictures like when they went on holiday and stuff. But yeah, that don't happen now. You just post on like Instagram or whatever and they'll just see it there.
Stereos were also a common sight in living rooms. The receiver might have been placed on top of stereo projectors or screens anymore. Home stereos were also a common sight in living rooms.
Okay.
The receiver might have been placed on top of the television, or it might have had its own piece of furniture to hold it up, and the record player.
Cool.
Stereo cabinets were the preferred way to go because they could hold all of your records and the coveted 8 tracks.
Yo.
The speakers were often found on the floor on each side of the stereo cabinet or the television. Of course, the speakers and the components were often covered in the faux wood grain of the time.
Of course.
Since we just mentioned records and 8 tracks, let's talk about them. Vinyl records peaked in the 1970s when the concept albums like Eagles' Hotels California came out. The design covers of albums is something that seems to be a lost art.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I've never had a record, but they are really cool, and I do like them. You know, like with the covers and stuff, they are cool, and I know that people still get them now, mainly because like the covers and stuff, but yeah, they're actually really cool things, I ain't gonna lie.
Surprisingly, records seem to be coming back, but one thing that doesn't seem to be coming back is 8 tracks. At the time, everyone wanted an 8-track player in the home and in the car. They were easy to stow away, but it was annoying how your song could be cut off as it went to the next track.
Huh?
Colonial furniture made a comeback in the 70s, and perhaps this was due to the bicentennial. Regardless, many homes had these pieces of furniture adorning their living rooms, bedrooms, and other areas.
Yo, do you know what's crazy? You know, with like fashion and stuff, things are coming back in that. So like, this could potentially actually come back now, or like in the future.
I hope you enjoyed this little walk through the 1970s.
Yeah, this is cool.
The decade had a style of its own, and it really was a great decade to experience.
Funky, man. Funky.
What are some of the things that you remember in your home?
Yeah, yo, you guys definitely gotta let me know, because I know a lot of you guys grew up around the 1970s. You guys gotta let me know in the comment section what kind of things was missed, what kind of things was in your house, what you can remember, what we don't have now. I definitely will be checking out the comment section for this video. Yeah, great video. Enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.